Hey guys, this is Shopper, and today I wanted to jump into a little bit of a brainstorm slash build log for a new build that I'm going to be working on and trying during the early access, and that is going to be the Fire Bow Ranger. The build is really trying to make use of this unique, the Black Gleam Fire Quiver, which is going to let our projectiles pierce all ignited enemies and give us a little bit of extra damage as extra fire damage. The chance to ignite is also really important, but the real idea of the build is that we're going to be piercing all of our ignited enemies. Now, looking at the passive tree for the Ranger, we really don't have access to a lot of fire damage, so I immediately had to think of a way that we're going to scale up kind of the value of being able to pierce all of our targets. And the way that I'm thinking immediately is to use things like Barrage, Sniper's Mark, and Detonating Arrow to essentially send out multiple attacks that are going to benefit when they hit enemies. I think Barrage is going to be kind of the main way that we scale things up, with Snipe and Detonating Arrow for single target, and then maybe something like Spiral Volley or Tornado Shot for kind of room clearing or just bouncing off of and tagging a bunch of different mobs. So I've got a very early rough draft of the passive tree pulled up here. It's a lot of move speed, a lot of critical hit chance, a lot of arrows piercing, and projectile damage. And I don't know yet whether or not our support is going to require us to take a lot of critical hit chance, because if you'll look, Sniper's Mark is the only way that we really have a way to get frenzy charges, which Barrage is going to rely on. So we really want to get as many frenzy charges as we can with this build, as I think that's going to be kind of our limiting factor. And so I don't know if we're going to be needing to take mark support here or mark support down here, and maybe even taking in the Deadeye tree the additional mark chance. There's a very good chance that we're going to, spam the room, spam marks out, get our barrage to give us more frenzy charges, and kind of create a vicious cycle there. Right now, obviously in early leveling, the build doesn't do too great because I don't have access to a lot of the tools, but I have found that we can firewall and kind of shoot arrows through that, and that's going to give us at least a way to pierce stuff and deal damage at the moment. And even with something like shock arrow, when this pierces multiple targets, we get the shock on everything, so it's giving us a lot of I'm dead, but you get the point. Either way, that's my thoughts so far. If anyone has any idea what I can do with this to make it viable, I'd love to hear, and that's really it. Thanks, guys.